Good evening and welcome to Realty Coffee Talk on Awaz Entertainment. My name is Tahir Qureshi. I'm a fellow of Real Estate Bureau of Canada, broker of record for City Pro Realty Inc. brokerage. Tonight we're going to talk about pride of home ownership. This recent episode during pandemic for the past 2 years have changed the landscape of home ownership. And affordability become a big issue. And those who have pride themselves owning a property, a home, regardless whether it's a condominium, townhome, semi-detached, detached home, farm home, anything, they have achieved a success, a pride being owner of a property. The value of the property have increased in the last 2 years very significantly. We have shared the reports with you for April. Last April to this April, 15% increase in prices for all houses based on TREB, Market Watch, issued for April 2022. We have shared the information. You know, when you think about owning a home, it took a lot of efforts on your part as a family or a single person or common law to make sacrifices, save money, work late hours, cut down your trips, and purchase of luxury cars. You made effort. You planned yourself that you want to own a home because having a shelter, a home is a shelter for the family, is the biggest achievement and also the biggest financial decision you will ever make in your life. And those who have planned purchasing a home discuss and strategize with the team of real estate professional, mortgage agent, lawyers, home inspector, appraiser, and also being active to seek more knowledge of understanding the buying and selling process in real estate that help you to make those informed decisions. And now with this pandemic, and you take a lot of pride. Pride of ownership is not just owning a property. It is the process how you get there. And that process that you used to achieve success bring you the pride. First is, how did you do it? Did you buy it directly? Did you use a real estate professional? How did you do it? That's where you think about it. And you say, well, I did this. I selected one person who is a real estate professional, highly educated, lots of designation program. He's experienced. He worked in that area. And I like him and he helped us to make the decision. So real estate professional are trained, they're educated, their business or profession is regulated in the province of Ontario. Real Estate Business Broker Act is the law that governs our real estate practices, is regulated by Real Estate Council of Ontario on the behalf of Government of Ontario. It's a consumer protection agency. So they work for you. They make sure all real estate professionals have the proper education before they get the license. Once they get the license, they have a registration so they can monitor, and they also have a continuing education program. They also have a compliance program to make sure if there is a issue with their non-performance or complaint process, and consumer protection program because you give deposit to the real estate professional brokerage. It could be a self-employed one-man brokerage or a partnership or a corporation. City Pro Realty Inc. brokerage is a corporation. You see the big name, they're all corporation. So when you are working with a realtor, so it comes to you when you are buying or selling. Let's assume that you're selling it. Do you want to go along or use a realtor? Let's say you are a seller, you want to sell your house. And when you're selling it, you think that you can save some commission. But when the buyers see a home sold, sale by the owner, the first they come, the buyers come his mind is that, oh, there is a bargain here. Because that impression the buyer gets. And they will have so many questions for you as a seller to answer. And during the pandemic, you saw those multiple offers. That is still happening. Maybe not to that level, but still there are shortage of housing. And I think I've shared the information. If you want, I can share that. But you can go to realtycoffeetalk.com and watch those episodes air on Awaz Entertainment. I think we have almost 250 since we started going on air. So you can subscribe my YouTube channel by visiting realtycoffeetalk.com. So when they see it, and because they think if you don't have a realtor, oh, I will get that money in my pocket because there is no realtor, I can bargain with the seller directly. And the other important thing is the seller is not familiar with real estate law. And so many mistakes can be made during this process that can hurt you, and deal can fall apart. So this is why it's very, very important. Now, how you became, because pride of ownership has, I'm just giving you some thought about it. You have worked with someone to help you achieve the success of ownership. Now you own a house, and some home will require maintenance. In fact, all houses require maintenance. After a period of time, they get outdated. That means color scheme, paint, some window covering, some flooring needs to be changed, maybe cabinet needs to be changed, granite counter needs to be changed. So these are the things ongoing. You might have a leaking windows. You may have a roof that you need to replace. These are the things that you are responsible to maintain to keep the value of the property. So ownership is you own it, but how you maintain the value of the property. This is why it's very important that you think about how you can improve your house and maintain it. Most cases that I have seen is that people spend thousands and thousands of dollars to upgrade before selling the property in the market. You spend 5-6 years in a house, and carpet, if you have broadloom, is in a bad shape. Your toilets are leaking, outdated. Your kitchen cabinets are outdated. Door handles are bad. Sliding doors are not functioning. And you have some places you have a laminated flooring, and you want to, before you sell it, you spend maybe $150,000, depending on the size of the house, to sell and prepare the house, which is a good thing. But look at this. If you have spent that money as an investment in your house and you also have enjoyed the house. I remember maybe 10 years ago, I sold a house in Brampton. And I was invited because I sold a property in the airport and I think Highway 7, that area. So when I went there, I said, okay, why don't we change the lights? Because since you have the property, you have never changed the lights. And I took them to the depot and we bought the lights. By changing the light, they like that house so much, they don't want to sell it. Guess what? They already bought the property. They have no choice. But we were able to sell it at a much better price by spending $500-600 on lights, 1 or 2 chandeliers. So this is why it's very important. Pride of ownership will come how you maintain the property. The real thing is the value. Value of the property has to be maintained. Guess what? If you have a student going higher study and you're an older parent like me, we will need to borrow money against the house to pay for higher education, become a doctor, engineer, or whatever. if appraiser comes in and he says, oh, you haven't changed the handle, you haven't changed the bathroom, you haven't changed any kitchen, you haven't changed the floor, your price is just smartly increased based on the market condition. But if you spend $100,000, $200,000, your value will be increased more. And this is why they tell you, if you go to any appraiser, change your bathroom, change your kitchen at least, because those reflects that these are very commonly used places. Kitchen all the time, bathroom all the time. They need to be clean and painted. And also, you take pride that you're maintaining your house. And for some reason, you have a problem or whatever financial reason, you decided to sell, to relocate, you are ready. You call us, the professor, you call me, I'll come to your house in a matter of few hours, we'll put your property in the market. Because we can arrange virtual tour, everything very quickly. Because your house is already prepared. But now, what happens is when you are selling your property, people compare your property when you're listing. I never underlist. I try to create a reasonable price calculation that say, because your client wants to know how much is value in my house and what can I get out under my circumstances. When they are selling a house, they want to know whether how much money they're going to get and is that money enough to fulfill their requirement. And that is why they're selling their house. So what I do is I calculate the value of everything and estimate, create a value, and say, okay, this is a very realistic estimate. Now, when their properties are sold next door or around you, then you look at the details and condition of that property. What are the upgrades they have done? Let's assume the property is identical. Square footage are identical. Some may have a finished basement, some may not have a finished basement. Some may have a hardwood floor, some may not have a hardwood floor. Some may have a granite countertop, some may not have it. So you do, and some may have a, pattern concrete. Some people have just asphalt. And depending on the roof, and landscape is very, very important thing. So this is why it's very, very important that you are able to compare those, and they say, okay, if you invest this much money, you can get this much money out because of the finishing stuff. But if you have already done that work, it is very easy to put the property in the market for sale. Now, sometimes it's very important. Let's assume that you bought a property, it's an older property in a good neighborhood there where the value is there. But your old house is the oldest one. And you are thinking about, why don't I tear down this house and build it? A new one, and my market value will increase tremendously. On those luxurious areas, I will say Mineola, or you have Central Air Mills, or Lawn Park, or Sheridan. Those are very luxurious areas, depending on where it is. So you can take down, let's assume you bought it at a very good time. You have a 60 by 200, 60 by 150 land. Your value of the house, you bought it for $500,000-600,000 10 years ago. Now, if you take this down and build a house, your value of maybe house will be $4.5 to $5 million, depending what the location is. So you might think about it, talk to the planner, talk to those who call me. I'm hoping that very soon I will get a 10-year license with the affiliation that I have, so we can help build your houses. We have applied to HCRA to give us a 10-year warranty so we can build custom house with 10-year warranty. So let's assume that you take down, you get a planner or an architect to design your house, because you have a house already. So you will get discount from the government, from a municipality for development charges. So and because your size of the house will be different, so they might give you discount for the old one, and then you will increase it. You might have to change your water supply. Maybe you want to put a swimming pool in the back. You may want to, sewer system maybe needs a bigger, because now if you had a 1,300 square feet bungalow and now you want to build 5,000 square feet plus the finished basement, you need a bigger water line and sewer line from the house. You may need more extra. There could be some charges there. So you can't talk to the planning and development department of the city, and they can give you an estimate what is going to happen. Architect will design it. So now you need to look for somebody who can help build it. And once you built it, you can borrow money, because if your land is paid, you will get a construction loan, and easy. And I can help you buy it or build it. Choice is yours. We can help. It's part of my strategy to help people to build their dream homes. So I will have information soon. Once I get the HCRA, I will make an announcement of the corporation that will have a 10-year warranty to help build your house. So by now you have built a new house. And if the value of the land, because if it's an older home, the value of the land is the real key. Older home, nobody wants to consider that as a value, because they're going to take it down. Home is only good because there is a mortgage, and getting a loan is very easy. It's good to have a house on the land when you're buying it, to avoid any HST, because when you exchange lots, there could be HST on the lot. You have to pay as a buying person. Now you have built the house, customize it, you have a construction cost, we can get cost proposals, and you build your house. Takes about 1 year to get from A to Z, finish. And now your house value, let's assume, is 5,000 plus. You're looking at $4.5 million to $6 million, $7 million house. And it all depends on the location, and we will calculate that. So you can do that. The other thing is, you can also do remodeling of your house. If you have a house because you take a lot of pride of ownership. So what you're trying to do is to create more value of the house. And then in the meantime, you're also enjoying it. So let's assume you want to make addition to the house. Maybe there are some walls that you want to remove, but you need a structural assessment. And you may hire a structural engineer, an architect engineer, to put together a remodeling of your house. You could get rid of lots of walls and create a more open concept. And by doing this, it will create opportunity for you to customize it interior. Most cases, very difficult to do exterior, except that if you have a brick wall, you might be able to do a stucco on it, or some stonework, you take it out. So, it depends what you're trying to do and what you want to do. But keep in mind, the value, that investment you are making today will give you value for tomorrow. So you also want to have a beautiful exterior appearances. This is why I always said the landscape is very important. When people are driving by looking at your house, they will start liking it, and they might come to your door, say, knocking on the door, say, are you selling your house? Because I'm interested. Because they don't see what you have done inside, but they're seeing from outside. If you are working on your house and you want to improve it, I recommend you improve from outside first. Once you do that, you put the most efficient appliances in the house, with your kitchen appliances, washer and dryer. This is very important. High furnace, high efficiency. Water heater, high efficiency. And also air conditioning, high efficiency, because its operational costs will come down. As you're remodeling, you're increasing the capacity. You may have to knock down some walls to extend the rooms, and you may have, because it's very, very difficult to buy the same brick it was if the house was 10, 15 years old. So you might want to consider stucco, or reshaping the entire house with a stone and combination of stucco or stone to make sure that it's uniform appearance. And then you spend time on landscaping, flowers blooming in front of your house. Nobody sees your backyard. But the front, you see, everybody who's driving by is going to see it. And you have a nice lighting, automatic lighting when you automatically turns on top of the garage door and entrance door. or you can install some part lights hanging from the roof, and you can create a more lighting for your house, around the house. Then you will look into the outside landscape, because you spend more private time with your family and friends and your children on the backyard. So you want to make sure it's very, very green. You can walk in the morning barefoot, and you can feel and enjoy it. And if there's some trees, hang some feeders for the bird. Because I have lots of feeders in my backyard, and I love it, because the blue jays, cardinals, and you name it, all birds are coming, and you enjoy it, having a coffee in the morning or breakfast, or you need a peace of mind, staying quiet. But what happens, what time that you spend to improve that landscape, it has increased the value. If you remodel your house, you may make the house look much bigger. You may add some addition, or in other cases, you take it down and you rebuild it. So it's all has to do with the cost and what you like to do and what you want to enjoy. Lots of mature area, they're very expensive to buy. It's very difficult to buy a $4 or $5 million or $3 to $5 million house. But if you already own a house, you bought it 10 years ago for maybe $500,000-600,000. Now you remove it and build a brand new one. It probably costs you $500 per square foot, and times plus the basement about $100. So you get a quotation from the construction contractors. Maybe a couple of weeks from today, I may be able to give you quotations to build your dream house with 10-year warranty. So this is very important. Also remember that building, when you are hiring someone to build the house, remember that even it's a owned by the landlord, you're contracting a builder to build your house. It has to be registered. It's against the law to build a brand new house in Ontario without the license. Even though you own the land, but the person you hired to build your house has to have a 10-year registration. You as a homeowner can build your own house, but if you hire someone, it has to be a 10-year registered. Now, you are watching Realty Coffee Talk on Awaz Entertainment, and if you are a subscriber of Awaz Entertainment and Realty Coffee Talk, please use our platform to promote your real estate business. You're a lawyer, you're a builder, you're a developer, mortgage agent, real estate broker or brokerage, or renovator, or a developer, or home builder, lawyers. They're all involved in real estate transaction. You can call Ms. Jabeen. She will give you a very special package for you that you only have to tell her that you are a subscriber or viewer of Realty Coffee Talk on Awaz Entertainment. You can call 647-484-0018 and get special discount, or you can email at info@awaznet, awazent.com, and get special price from it. There's only $500 if you provide your 30-second video to Awaz Entertainment. $500 times a day for 30 days. Only $500. But if you are not subscriber of Realty Coffee Talk, Awaz Entertainment, the cost will be much higher. So you're watching Realty Coffee Talk. We're talking about pride of home ownership. We could continue our conversation. We're going to take a short break, and we'll come back and we continue our conversation.
So, now it's fully renovated. Live catering, barbecue, tandoor, जलेबियाँ और फ्रेश नान. तकरीब आपके घर में हो या घर से बाहर, Zoc is providing full service now, and Zoc has opened a new banquet hall, garden event center. आपका Zoc देखकर लोग कहेंगे क्या Zoc है आपका? Call right now 905-625-7786. Zoc वालों के लिए.
अस्सलामुअलैकुम, मेरा नाम समीरा अली है और मैं पिछले 4 साल से अपनी मिल्टन की हर दिल अजीज कम्युनिटी को सर्व कर रही हूँ एज अ काउंसलर. मैं ओंटारियो लिबरल पार्टी की कैंडिडेट हूँ मिल्टन से. जिस तरह आपने पिछले 4 साल से मुझ पर एतमाद किया है, प्लीज़ 2 जून को आइए, मुझे वोट डालिए. आपके एतमाद का बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया।
सियासत से तिजारत तक
सबसे पहले घबराना नहीं,
तालीम से मईशत तक,
आपके जेब पे डाका डालना जानते हैं,
सेहत से सनत तक,
तो चोर घर में आ चुका है जनाब स्पीकर।
हुकूमती ऐवानों से चाय खानों तक कोई नहीं बच पाएगा तकरार से। कौन, कब, कैसे, क्यों जैसे सवाल बनते हैं मौजू प्रोग्राम तकरार में। देखते रहिए तकरार, कनाडा से बराह रास्त समीना जबीन के साथ मंडे टू फ्राइडे सिर्फ आवाज एंटरटेनमेंट पर।
Sacred Hand Canada is helping communities more than a decade.
Here is our food bank, one of the most important aspects of our organization. Here is where we provide our clients with the highest quality produce, meat, and dairy products to suit their needs.
Here at Sacred Hand Canada, we provide more than 125 hot meals per day to individuals who cannot afford it. This includes seniors, international students, and people in general who cannot cook for themselves.
Here at Sacred Hand Canada, we provide free clothing and household items to newcomers, refugees, and those in need. This is our way of helping the environment by recycling, reusing, and giving back to the community.
Here at Sacred Hand Canada, we believe every child deserves an education. This is why we started the free tutoring program from kindergarten to grade 8.
So this is the community room. This is a room where we run all of our programs here at Sacred Hand Canada. They can use this room as an escape to escape from whatever they're dealing with.
So here at Sacred Hand Canada, we provide deliveries for our clients. This is an extension of our food bank for our clients who are unable to have transportation to come to our office.
Your generous donation will help us to reach many more to support for the food, shelters, and medical. Please donate generously. Visit our location, 5004 Timberley Boulevard, Unit 2629. You can reach us by calling 905-624-0333. If you have any need or any help, do not hesitate to contact us. We'll be more than happy to help you.
डिक्सी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स और अप्लायंसेस पिछले 16 सालों से खरीदारों की खिदमत कर रहे हैं। हम लगातार 4 सालों से खरीदारों की पहली पसंद बने रहने का अवार्ड हासिल कर चुके हैं। हम किचनर्स, बॉश, वर्लपूल, एलजी, सैमसंग और जनरल इलेक्ट्रिक के ऑथराइज्ड डीलर हैं। 5 स्टार खिदमत का लुत्फ लें। हम आप सभी को टीवी सबसे ज्यादा रियायती दामों पर देने की गारंटी देते हैं। www.dixieelectronics.ca हमारी वेबसाइट पर जाएं या अभी कॉल करें 905-625-5900। सभी बहुत ही मुनासिब कीमत पर दस्तयाब हैं जो आप बाआसानी से ले सकते हैं। At Dixie, we sell quality and deliver confidence.
कॉर्पोरेट इवेंट्स हो या शादी की तकरीब, बर्थडे एनिवर्सरीज हो या हो बेबी शावर, और अगर आप चाहते हैं स्टूडियो सेटअप, रेंटल बैकड्रॉप्स, हार गजरे या पार्टीज के लिए फ्रेश फ्लावर अरेंजमेंट, देन कॉल आफिया खान at 416-628-7849. Essence Event Deco. Aafia Khan at 416-628-7849. Essence Event Deco. Creative, elegant, and unique.
Good evening and welcome to Realty Coffee Talk on Awaz Entertainment. My name is Tahir Qureshi. I'm a fellow of Realty Institute of Canada, certified international property specialist and broker of record for City Pro Realty Inc. brokerage. We are talking about pride of home ownership. Pride of home ownership is because you have created a wealth that needs to be managed, and value proposition for your property remains to be maintained. And only way to maintain a value of your property is to doing a gradual improvement to the property. This is very, very important because you never know when do you have a time, sudden need of something that you may end up selling your house and you are running around now to fix the property to prepare it for the housing. Or if you sell it, it makes job very difficult for you as a professional. And if you go alone yourself, without using a realtor, I'm telling you, your job will be so difficult. You will not understand the legality of this, how to deal with a buyer, how to qualify a buyer, what the contract conditions are in there, what is the condition of the buyer, is he financially capable of delivering deposit, is the true buyer, or is he flipping, or there are some ill means used to come up with the money using cash, and you can verify identity as required in FinTrack requirement. That we as a realtor are trained to verify and report when there's someone bring cash to you, 10,000 and up. We document that. There are fraudsters in the market. They can steal identity of people, and you don't know who you're dealing with. And you have realized during this pandemic, you have majority of them, including the builder, they have used real estate professionals to help them buy and sell because they are educated, they're trained. Every 2 years, our license is renewed, and we go through continuing education. The Real Estate Council update our courses. Before they renew us, we have to go through this comprehensive training every 2 years before our licenses are renewed. So you have spent time, you made money, you saved money, and you bought a house, and now you want to make sure that you maintain the value of the house. Every 10 years, 5 to 10 years, color scheme changes, design changes, and many improvements are need to be made. Couple of things, mechanical, your furnace, air condition, depending when you bought it, what is the life of that? That is why the home inspection is very important, to get the home inspection, so at least you have expectation, because each manufacturer have expected life of that unit. So do you have the contingency plan? Because you take a lot of pride of ownership. What will happen if your furnace start collapsing, your appliances need to be replaced, your roof start leaking, your windows are leaking, and then you are inviting guests and you have not improved interior. Your carpets are dirty, you have not invested to replace with a minimum laminate flooring, for example, or changing with a broadloom, a little bit updated one. So this is why you take the pride of ownership, because you really living there. Who is living in your house? It's you and your family. So you take a lot of pride. Do you want them to continue to live in the same home 10, 20 years? You haven't done a single thing in the house. Because what happens is the kids go out and they see things in their friend's home. They come back and say, oh, I want to change this, I want to change this, I want to change this. So you can help. But smart buyer who takes a lot of pride of home ownership, they continue to improve the house. They invest in hardwood. They will install nice chandelier. They change the window, because there are some program, federal or provincial, where they can get some rebate by replacing windows or efficient appliances, such as appliances and also furnaces and air conditioning. You have to talk to HVAC contractor. They can give you a rebate. It's important. Kitchen appliances. The more efficient appliances you're using your consumption of electricity and gas will go down. And particularly if you're using a bigger house and you have nest control. I have 2 nest control in my house, north and south. And I set them up, and I have my phone sitting here. I control the energies. When nobody's in the house, it goes down to a normal mode, economic mode. The moment we know that somebody's coming, it activates. So this is why. How much it costs? Go to Home Depot. I think desk control is about $240, and you can remove the old one, put it in there yourself, and you can control your app. It is free. Believe me, you will pay In 6 months, your $240 will be paid by using this, setting the temperature. When you in winter, you go to bed, you're wearing a blanket or whatever, comforter. You don't need to have a heat high. You set up at 11:30, it goes to a lower level, and moment you get up in the morning, 6 o'clock, it already went back because you schedule the temperature. But having that gizmo, you have a bell video. You click on the button, it talk to you, and you will have a good response. Cameras, and these are really good things, tools, because this improves it, and you also know what's going on. And there are lots of theft sometime in the neighborhood, and if you have cameras in your house, in front of the house, on top of the garage, you can see them. And I use the Nest, and also Ring bell, very common now. Ring bell, cameras, fully controlled. Anybody walk close to my house, I know right now, even I'm talking to you. So these are small thing, but it improves the value. You go out, you don't hire a landscaper if you don't want to pay. You can do yourself. Buy a lawnmower, Home Depot pay for 18 months, bring it in, cut the grass. You save money. Average $50, $60 will take you to cut the grass if you hire someone. The reason is that you have to make sure your house appearance from outside look very nice. Curb appeal is very, very important. And inside is also comfort of your family. Use it. You take a lot of pride that you own this house. So maintain it. And not only maintain, when you are maintaining it, you can also remodel if you think that is give you value. Talk to the people. Talk to the people. Call me if you want any guidance. I have a huge network of professionals. Under Real Estate Business Broker Act, our Code of Conduct, Regulation 580/5, it talks about, I believe is clause number 8, other professionals. That means unless I have a license to provide you guidance, I should recommend you to seek the advice of the people who have a license to give you, for example, legal advice, accounting advice, home inspection, and appraisal. You ask them to help you, to give you guidance. And landscape, there are people who are certified landscape. Go to the nursery. I have noticed that they charge you maybe $150 per visit. They've designed the landscape for you. Really is to create that pride of ownership. You want to maintain the value of your property. And by doing this, it appreciates it. When appraiser comes on, let's say you need a loan to support your children for higher education, when they come and they appraise, they will see, oh, landscape is beautiful done. The first comment they will say when they park on your driveway, oh, you have an interlock, beautifully done, doors are good, steps are okay, and beautiful landscape. Now, you open the door, nice door, when you walk in, so wow, you change the flooring in the main hallway. Yeah, look at this new hardwood. Or they walk to the office, oh, you got an internet, wireless system in the house. Or maybe sound system, chandeliers. And then they go there, okay, look at the bathroom, the powder room. They say, oh, it's upgraded. Laundry room, latest washer or dryer. So this is where the pride come in, because you are really spending time and money to maintain the value of the property. If you have done that gradually, and then your house is ready all the time to sell it in case you have to sell it. For relocation, sometimes you happen is that your job is shifted somewhere else that you have no choice but to either rent it, or if you want to move there long-term basis, you probably have to sell it. And then your house is ready. But if you want a best value, other than that, when it is listed without any renovation, people will calculate the value and how much it's going to take to bring the property to the level, and that's what the offer you're going to get. So this is why it's very, very important is once in a while, if you are owning a property and let's say you are relocating and you want to rent it, because that will become income property, and I highly recommend that you call an appraisal Institute of Canada, AIC.ca, and ask them to give you appraisal, because CRA will want to know the day you put it on rental, the property, it become investment property, you will be declaring the income. Any gain that you have in this period, they might come back and ask you, hey, with that appreciation, that period, give us a piece of the pie. But having appraisal, let's say the value is $1 million, you got the appraisal, and you rented it, you made the money, and then you file tax return, and after 2-3 years, you want to move back there, and then you got the appraisal again. Or you want to sell it at this time. Let's assume it was appraised at $1 million when you rented it, and now is $950. So you lost the money. So there will be no extra tax to you. So you always talk to your chartered accountant to give you advice on that. Only thing I can give you advice is a real estate to make sure you have appraisal before you rent it. That way you have a record. If CRA asks you, you can provide an appraisal to your accountant who is dealing with CRA. You are watching Realty Coffee Talk, and we talk about a lot of topics of pride of home ownership. First thing is, you should be proud of yourself. You have achieved success owning a property, whether it's a condominium, townhome, semi, or detached. You made effort, you sacrifice, and you save money, and you work with a real estate professional that gave you good advice to make sure that you have owned. There are conventional, you have when you're buying it, first-time home buyer, there are discounts. And if you are already owner and then you might want to upgrade, these are all processes. And there is a new program is called Rent-to-Own program, where you are entering into an agreement of occupancy and agreement of option to purchase. So therefore, you can, if you want to learn more about it, give me a call at 416-451-3489. I can guide you. I have the Canada Express Mortgage, which is my brokerage. We have a license number 13241. We are working with a company who has rent-to-own program. It will give you opportunity not only that you pay monthly occupancy, but you also pay money that is used toward down payment toward end of the contract. And if you are able to qualify 3 to 5 years, so it's a good program that at presently you have a shortage of down payment or your credit is no good. It gives you opportunity to rent, and simultaneously you will be able to accumulate more deposit and you can close it. But only do it if you know that you will be able to secure a mortgage. If you cannot secure a mortgage after 3-year term or 5-year term, don't go to rent-to-own program. It's be a little bit costly than regular renting. You are watching Realty Coffee Talk. My name is Tahir Qureshi. I'm your host, Pride of Home Ownership. You have any question about how to create a value, how to maintain a value of your property, or you want to get an idea what is value of my property, give me a call directly on 416-451-3489 or call my office 905-785-9923. I'll be more than happy to help. We have very good buying and selling tips on our website, city-pro.net. Go on selling or buying, click on that, it drops down. You can look at the selling tips and buying tips and also calculate how to calculate value, affordability, rent-to-own concept, and land transfer tax, thing like that. So thank you for watching Realty Coffee Talk on Awaz Entertainment. My name is Tahir Qureshi, and we look forward to see you next Thursday at 7 p.m. For now, I wish you all have a safe holidays, be careful, and enjoy your summer. Thank you for watching Realty Coffee Talk. Bye for now from Awaz Entertainment, Realty Coffee Talk. Thank you.